Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. It's Leslie Klein here at the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. Try to say that 3 times fast, right? So I'm doing it every Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, of course. And it doesn't replace the Good Vibes TV show that I have now showing on YouTube. And I am re releasing what I've released on Legrity. So if you didn't catch it when it went on Legrity, you can catch season 3 and episode 2 just released, premiered this past Sunday. That was Tonisa Leiden, who is the recycled teenager. And age 69, she got in shape in like 2 years and got into a bikini contest and did wonderfully. So, what an inspiration. She also talks about senior transition, living transition when going from a bigger home when you're a senior to a smaller home and all the different things involved with that. So, it's an episode with lots of great information. So, if you haven't caught that yet, please check it out. And what I love about doing these live streams using StreamYard is that I'm streaming to several different places from Facebook to LinkedIn to YouTube and even to Twitter. And as soon as TikTok becomes available, I'll be able to do that as well. I was thinking about using my phone and doing the TikTok live, but I've never done it. And then I figured people want to interact and then I would be rude to you guys. So we'll leave that for another day. But if you do want to have your comment show on my screen so I can put it on the screen to share with people, if you have any questions or comments throughout this, just go to facebook.com/forward slash StreamYard, and then you can give your permission to for me to be able to show your comments. So I would love that. And also it shows your little profile as well. So this live stream is all about the good vibes lifestyle. I really want to kind of start a good vibes lifestyle movement. You know, wouldn't it be wonderful if people strove to live in the good vibes zone, meaning the higher vibrations of love and peace and harmony and appreciation and gratitude, instead of the lower vibrating vibrations that cause us to attract lower vibrating situations and lives, right? We don't want to live in the muck. We want to break through and live in the good vibes zone. So, what this live stream and the Good Vibes TV show is all about learning ways to raise your vibration so you can thrive. So, this is based on the law of attraction. Esther Hicks, who channels Abraham, has talked about it. I get my information from there. Also, Dr. David R. Hawkins, who has passed but has a bunch of research and the map of consciousness scale that I have used in the past. So let's talk about what's going on in the celestial realms. So, Mercury went retrograde a couple of weeks ago, but it will be going direct on the 14th, which I believe is a week from this Sunday, is it? Or is it this? No, sorry. It's this Sunday. So, yay. Mercury's going direct on Sunday at 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So, that doesn't mean that the Mercury retrograde issues just stop. But they do start going direct instead of going retrograde. And there's a lag time. There's a shadow before a Mercury retrograde, like a week to 10 days, and an after lag, when it goes direct. So just know that things won't be back to normal for another 7 to 10 days, but it has gone direct. So things like signing contracts and starting new things like that is okay to do um, once Mercury goes direct on Sunday. So that's what's going on with Mercury. Now, how about the planet that's closest to us is the moon, right? And we will have a new moon. We're in the waning moon right now. So the moon is getting smaller and smaller. And then it'll become dark, we won't see it. So that happens on the new moon, which will be in the sign of Taurus on May 19th at 11:53 p.m. Eastern Time. So right now we're in the energy of winding things down, wrapping things up, bringing things to completion. And then new moon, when that starts, the energy is more for starting new things. So if you have some plans to start something new, great time to start it at the new moon, which would be on the 19th. And that's also after the retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So um, things will get better with the energies out there supporting us. So I did talk to you about the Recycled Teenager. Tamisa Leiden is the episode that's on Good Vibes TV, and you can actually just go to good-vibes.tv and click on Watch Now, and it'll take you right to our shows. Okay, so let's see. Now, last week's tip, I've been all into the flowers, right? It's the month of May, the month of flowers, the month of things blooming. And last week's tip was about raising your vibration using flowers. And I gave a couple of examples you that you could actually look at a flower and just appreciate its beauty and raise your vibration that way. Or you could smell the flower. So you're getting the aromatherapy that's raising your vibration. We talked about essential oils and how the rose oil is like the highest vibrating uh, essential oil at 320 megahertz, and how our bodies are anywhere between 62 to 68 megahertz, and how illness starts at like 58. So, and good health is really like at 70. So, by breathing in something that's 320 megahertz, it's going to raise your vibration. And there's also biochemical things that go along with the aromatherapy. So it's working on several different dimensions: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual. Um, so did you do anything with flowers? Bring them into your house, just appreciate them, use flower essences. I talked about the Bach flower rescue remedy as well. So anyway, if you did any of those things, put it in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, just do hashtag replay. And I will look at your comments and let's have a conversation. Okay. So this week's tip is journaling. I have a reason why I picked journaling this week. So journaling, I talked in our first episode of this series about gratitude journaling, about gratitude being one of the vibrations that's very high that helps us. And a practice to do that is gratitude journaling. But that's a very specific type of journaling, right? Where you're writing out, I'm so happy and grateful now that, and list your 10 things. And then when you, uh, after you've written them down, you reread them and you feel the feeling. It's really important that the magic is in feeling the feeling of that and being in that state, because that's putting out, that's your vibration, that's your frequency, what you're feeling. So by rereading those and feeling the feelings of those, it raises your vibration. Now, journaling though has many other that's a very specific use of journaling, but there are many other kinds of journaling, and the benefits of journaling is that it helps you become aware of what you're feeling, and without a filter, without like judging it or screening it and saying, no, I shouldn't feel that way or whatever. It's being aware. It helps you be aware when you're journaling of what your feelings are. It also helps you to acknowledge those feelings, that you are having them, acknowledging them. Because, sometimes if you don't acknowledge what you're feeling, you're just suppressing it, especially if it's a lower vibration. If you're suppressing that, that eventually will be, that's how you create trauma held in the body, right? Or energy held stuck in the body and different things, whether it's a tight muscle or other blockages in the body. So emotions are meant to be expressed. Emotions are meant to be released, not held. When you release them, is it's like seeing a cloud go by. You notice the cloud, you feel the feeling, you see the cloud keep passes, and the feeling dissipates. You don't have to be stuck in a feeling. Um, it the practice of feeling the feeling and letting it go is how we want to deal with our feelings, especially the lower vibe ones. Um, you have to be careful because there's certain feelings where you can really do harm to yourself or others, and you never want to do that. You want to find constructive ways, like punching a pillow if you're really angry. But journaling is one way to say handle anger. So let me go back to so benefits being that you're aware of what you're feeling, that you acknowledge that how you're feeling, and also you want to appreciate, look at that feeling and emotion from a place of appreciation, of love and acceptance versus judgment. Don't judge the feeling. Accept it. It is what it is. You have a feeling. It's just an energy. Release it. Let it go and see what else becomes is uncovered because of that. And journaling is a cool way to do that because journaling, it's kind of like a mirror. There's really no right way to keep a journal. And some people like to journal by hand. Some people like to do it on the computer. I do both. For my preference, I always love taking notes when I'm doing any kind of class or workshop, taking notes, because when you're taking the notes, that's helping you to remember that information, even if you never go back to the notes, just the act of doing that. So journaling, that's one way. And at a convenience. So sometimes it's easy to have a paper journal with you to take that to the beach than taking your laptop where you might get sand and water in it. So part of it for me is that. And I've got stacks and stacks of journals. Oh my gosh, I was going to actually dig them up, and I keep them because I figure in the future sometime I may want to go through those and relive those moments or remember, times in my life of what I had gone through or whatever. So, do you keep a journal? And do you have any plans? What do you do with your journal once you kept them? The ones that are digital, those are easy because you could just keep adding to just the one file infinitum, right? Infinitely. I usually do like a new year. I relabel it, the year and the journal, name. So that's what I do. But so there's no real right or wrong way to journal. Like I said, you could do it on your laptop on a Google Doc, or and you can put password protection if you want, if you are concerned about security. You don't want people, reading your intimate thoughts. And the purpose of a journal is really to be real, because it's not for anybody else's eyes. It's only for your eyes. A journal is a reflection of you. And I think just like a mirror reflects how you look, a journal is reflecting what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Because sometimes you're in the middle of it, just like being in the middle of the forest, you can't see the forest for the trees. You just see trees. You don't see the whole big picture of the forest. So it's important to kind of distance, become that observer of your life instead of being the one living the life. Step away, and a journal helps you do that. It's like a mirror. Okay. So it's up to you. Keep the journal on paper in a paper journal, or on a computer. It's whatever feels good to you or makes sense to you. Okay. The other thing that's important about journaling is giving yourself some time and solitude so that you can like decompress and really think about things and digest, and pull out those things. A lot of times I like to do journaling after a meditation, but sometimes I like to journal when I'm just upset about something. I almost see my journal as a therapist that's 24/7. And I just write out whatever I'm feeling. That's, any anger, any frustration, you could write it all out. And, even if there was an issue, like if you were having an issue with a person, it's not really journaling, but it's kind of along the same lines that you were angry with them. You could actually write them a letter about how you're really feeling, blah, 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 and just get it all out. Just get it all out. Forgive them, forgive yourself, forgive the situation, and then burn it, just burn it and release it that way. So that it's, released and dissipated, and you're clear of that energy. All right, so give yourself the time to write in the journal. And a good rule of thumb is about 20 minutes. You can journal as many times a day as you'd like. It doesn't have to be one time a day or twice a day. It's whatever you want to do. But try to at least set aside about 20 minutes to get some good journaling out there. Another journaling thing that now I can't remember her name. The Artist's Way, Julie Cameron. She talks about the morning pages, where every morning, no matter what, you're writing. Even if you don't know what to write, you're writing. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write, but you write 3 full pages, and it's supposed to be like a brain dump, like a clearing. Clearing the clutter out of your head, just so that you don't have to waste energy holding on to those thoughts. Because otherwise, it's like that mental list. If you don't write it down, you're wasting energy holding on to, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, and put it on paper, and you clear up that space in your brain that you don't have to think about it. Okay. So when you write in your journal, you want to write in your own voice. You don't want to worry about spelling or punctuation, any of that stuff. You just want it to flow. You want to be honest and open with yourself, and you don't want to edit or censor any of your words. This is really a flow, a stream of consciousness, um, just to really see what's going on inside of you, right, mentally and emotionally. And it's good to write as specifically as you can about colors and sounds and detail. So that way it's not going to be an abstract or philosophical kind of journaling. It's going to be more expressive. And so let's think about what could you write about? Like, say you're really not sure what to write about. Well, you can write about an event that happened and your feelings about that event. You can write about issues that you are currently dealing with, or you find yourself constantly thinking about like a certain problem, or you just can't let go of the certain issue that you just can't stop thinking. Write about it. Just write about it. Just keep writing about it. And as you do that, it's amazing the answers that you get, because if you're looking for an answer, you can find that answer in your journaling because you're kind of communicating with your higher self. Let's see. So, I want to give you some journal prompts, and I want to give props to the person who I got this information about. DinaDouglas.com. She's a life coach. I don't know her other than this information I'm giving you to on prompts came from a blog she did about journaling your way to higher vibrations. So journal prompts are basically phrases or questions that kind of get you started in doing some journaling. So I have a couple, actually several of them. And if it's too much for you to write down right now, you can watch the replay and get the notes there. But some journal prompts that you can use is I realize that, and start writing. Another one is I'm having difficulty with, and start writing. Another one is this morning I feel blank. Another journal prompt is I am always daydreaming about. What could that be? Another one is my nagging inner voice keeps telling me to blank. My nagging inner voice keeps telling me to blank. Another one is the thoughts in my head are blank. Another one is my soul longs to blank. Another is what I'm most afraid of is. That would be very revealing if you were truly honest. Another one is my inner critic tells me blank. Another one is what I'm most grateful for is. And that's a good one for like a gratitude journal. Another one is what I most love about myself is. You want to get into doing more self love. Um, that's a great one. What I most love about myself is. Another prompt you can use when you're journaling is the idea of keeping a journal feels blank. The idea of keeping a journal feels blank. And another is my most secret desire is blank. And Let's see. The last one is the changes that would move me forward in life are blank. So these are all prompts that you can use when you are journaling to kind of get you started if you're not sure what to start journaling about. If you have strong feelings about something, I would say start there. If you're wanting to process those feelings out, release them, kind of uncover them. Release them and move on, or release them and see what's the core issue that needs to be addressed, right? This is all about self development, self reflection, being aware, like we said before, being aware. Journaling helps us be aware of what our feelings are and what we're thinking. It helps us to acknowledge our feelings, and it also is a way that we can appreciate those things, looking at those feelings from a point of appreciation as opposed to judgment. So I hope that tip and those prompts helped you with doing some journaling as a way to raise your vibration. If you're feeling low vibes, journal, journal about them and get them up, release them so that you can get back to your, higher state. Um, and if you're feeling higher vibes, journal then too. You can journal to problem solve. So I want to let you know that our next episode of Good Vibes TV is happening on noon. We'll drop this noon on Sunday, May 14th. And I am interviewing Linda Sunshine West. She's with Action Takers Publishing. And she helps you if you wanted to write a book, your own book, or a chapter in a book. She's a book publisher, and she also has classes about that. And so she's a great resource. And what's cool about her, she talks about how she faced a fear a day for a whole year and how that empowered herself. So please watch on Sunday and, let me know what you think. So I thank you for being part of the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. If you have any comments, feel free to put them there. And don't forget to go to leslieklein.com. You can get a free copy, a PDF of 11 ways to raise your vibration. So it's another little gift from me to you to help you raise your vibration. We don't have any comments today, and that's okay. If you want to comment, do hashtag replay, and that way I can reply to you. So I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you can journal your way to a higher vibration and watch the Good Vibes TV episodes that I've got on our YouTube channel. Just go to good-vibes.tv. It'll take you right to all the shows. And so I want to say peace out, everyone. And remember to raise your vibe and thrive. Have a blessed day.